Here are 5 businesses you can start in 2024 that not only could make you a bunch of money, but can set you up to be in the real estate industry if you've ever wanted to get into real estate. Some of these don't even cost $1 to start, and how much could you make? 2 of these 5 both make me over 6 figures a month, and I'll teach you how. Let's jump in. Welcome back. These 5 will also come with examples so you can get started, and number 1 is to start a cleaning or remote cleaning business. In a cleaning business, you can have 4 types of customers. One is commercial, offices, overnight cleaning. Another is your mainstream residential cleaning, like Mary Maids. A third is cleaning for landlords or real estate agents when people move out or before they move in. Those are called make-readies. And a fourth is cleaning for Airbnb hosts, which is exactly what I am, which inspired this video. I had to personally build a housekeeping team for my company because I was overpaying for housekeepers. And right now with Airbnb, the cost of housekeeping is insane, and hosts, they need a better option right now, and they will pay you good money to save money on the runaway prices that they're paying now. There's only a couple of things that you need to know to start a business like this. There's 2 ways to get paid. You can get paid by the hour, or you can get paid by the job. Most companies charge by the job, and they charge way too much. But if you took that by the job cost and divided it by the number of hours it took to do the job, you could get an hourly price for that job. Makes sense. It may be easier for you to find an Airbnb host and say, I will clean your place for $15 less than you pay right now. They'll probably take that. You don't have to pay any money to start this business. You can ask the Airbnb host to pay for their own cleaning supplies. Ta-da. Once you get good at this and know what makes a good Airbnb cleaning, you can post ads on Craigslist and hire more housekeepers yourself. In my business, we hire at $15 to $17 per hour, and yes, we hire them off of Craigslist. If you got paid on average $25 to $30 per hour, that'd be a big savings for Airbnb hosts, and you're still only paying $15. That's a $10 spread that you get to keep. This channel has both Airbnb and housekeeping videos, so watch more of these if that's of interest to you. And there is an extra here. I did say remote cleaning business. That is simply a staffing company. That is simply the same business model where you're not in the same city. You find good housekeepers, you negotiate rates, you make sure that they do the job, and you manage them and dispatch housekeepers to anywhere in the country. A remote housekeeping service is good at making people do their job well. So if you're a good leader, good manager, remote housekeeping might be for you. Business idea number 2 to start in 2024 is a moving company. I believe this is going to be big in 2024. We're in a silent recession. People are moving, downsizing, they're getting evicted. Moving companies can also do junk removal services. That's an add-on here. But landlords, regular people, and again, Airbnb hosts alike are all using moving services to move from one apartment or house to another, or to move in new stuff that they've been buying. Any sort of real estate activity is heavily tied to moving companies. And at points where landlords evict people and need to get stuff out, they'll call you and ask, do you also do junk removal? I know you have a truck. Can you take some stuff away? And they'll pay you for that too, which creates a big hack for business idea number 3 in 2024, which is a furniture rental business and a staging company. You hold on to furniture and you rent it to people. Either rent to own or rent to return are the 2 lingos in this industry. An Airbnb host might give you 2 years of terms where they pay monthly for your furniture, and they either give it back at the end or they've paid extra to be able to keep it. A landlord who is selling property needs to stage it for open houses, so they need the place furnished. That way they can show it and hopefully sell it. Staging companies can make a ton of money. Your biggest cost here will be moving the stuff in and then storage when the furniture is not being used. You can pick up furniture for cheap from people getting evicted and landlords taking possession and throwing stuff away, or from Airbnb hosts that have gone out of business. You may have seen in the news that there are these massive Airbnb businesses like Sonder, Stay Alfred, Vacasa, Front Desk, and Lyric, but many of these companies are downsizing, defaulting, or going bankrupt altogether. Lyric and Stay Alfred have already gone out of business. Front Desk has just laid off 100% of their employees, and Sonder is actively in default on rent on a lot of their buildings. So as these companies with tens of thousands of Airbnb properties leave the industry, landlords will be stuck with tons of furniture that they can't get rid of. Meaning you can take that furniture and start a furniture rental and staging company, or you can start business idea number 4, which is to get into rental arbitrage, my form of Airbnb. As long as a landlord gives you permission to take their rental property and rent it out by the night, you furnish it and list it on Airbnb, and you get to keep the spread. You pay the rent and you keep all of the money on top. In the case where you find a building where a big Airbnb operator is going out of business, you can call the landlord and say, hey, I know that they're leaving, and I know that you don't have a new tenant for your 20 properties. I'll take over these. Just let me have the furniture and I'll start paying you rent. You could literally start an Airbnb arbitrage business for $0 by finding the right landlord who has a special need because he's kicking someone else out. But even if those landlords don't exist where you live, you can still call landlords, meet them in person, make the pitch, and convince them to do rental arbitrage. And then you can go find furniture that's being sold or given away because people are downsizing, moving out of state, quitting Airbnb, or if you want to, you can buy all new furniture if you've got the cash for it. But this one is an amazing opportunity if you are good at sales. Some of you might be. My very first 7-figure business was selling newspaper subscriptions of all things, and I think that's why I was specially suited for rental arbitrage. This is something that I coach personally, Airbnb and sales. My students have picked up over 5,000 Airbnb properties with my script and have also received over $10 million of free rent on the front end of these leases. I'm going to leave a link down below in the comments and description if you're interested in learning how this whole Airbnb pitching landlords sales thing works. But this one is my biggest business. I've grown it to over 150 properties, making over $300,000 a month. And the guy that lives directly below me learned from this YouTube channel that you're watching right now, and he makes more than $1 million a month doing Airbnb arbitrage the way that I teach it. Nuts, right? Absolutely nuts. And number 5, if you're good on the computer or with a phone, you're on one right now, you can do digital marketing services or social media services for real estate companies. It doesn't have to start with real estate. It could be small local businesses. You could also help Airbnb hosts create a brand and social media content for their luxury Airbnb properties. I will tell you that most hosts don't know anything about this, so that's a good market too. But a lot of small businesses aren't very good at social media or generating content or writing catchy emails that are highly persuasive. They don't have this alpha. If you're good at creating TikToks that get views and you understand the secret recipe for this so you can create TikTok videos for other industries and still get views, people will pay you a ton of money. And what this gives you is reputation and network. If you're good at social media, you're good at influence, and everybody wants a piece of that, myself included. So do a good job with video editing, posts, emails, and someone like me might pay you to do it, and then you can learn everything that I know about real estate and Airbnb and sales and building a business, because you would be working on all of that content side by side with that creator and expert. By the way, I am hiring an editor. That's not the point of this video, but send me a DM if you're a good editor on my Instagram account, Airbnb Automated. If you want to learn how to Airbnb, watch this video next, or watch any of my hundreds of other videos from the last 6 years, but this is a good one to start at. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way through to the end. It means the world. And as always, my friends, I will see you on the other side.